Okay, so Zen Planner started doing websites, and we've had a high demand for years and years from our clients that need a website, need a website redone, something managed by somebody else, something that just needs to be taken off their plate. So I'm going to show you through the back end and the front end of all of our websites, compare it to some of the live sites that we've actually completed, redone, and have seen some great results since the revamp as well. So first and foremost, something to note is all of our websites are built on a WordPress platform, the most search engine friendly of website platforms out there, very pliable. About 25% of websites on the internet are actually built on WordPress. Some of the big ones that you, I'm sure, know: ESPN.com, Time Magazine, CNN, UPS, all built on WordPress. So we're taking the best practices, applying them to all of the websites that we build as well. So talking about some more of the back end stuff, we use anywhere between 16 and 23 different plugins on the back end. This ranges anywhere from the text that we can put into the site, the speed that it talks to our servers, the optimization, the keywords, search terms that we use, and a plugin called Yoast, SSL certificates, all that kind of stuff. So a lot that goes in on the back end, each site being unique and different. We use Google Analytics on the back end of each site as well to make sure that the search terms are applicable, whether they're on your site or being found on the search engines as well. One of the templates we use is called the Avada theme. It's a top 20 rated WordPress theme, and there are thousands and thousands of them out there, so we chose one of the best out there to use. So some things on the back end that I want to show you, some tests that you can run on your current website that I run on every single site demonstration that I show. The first one, you can go to SEOSiteCheckup.com. What this is going to tell you is whether your website does or does not have a sitemap. So if you're unfamiliar with a sitemap is what Google looks at to see who you are, where you're located, what you do, services you provide, who to put you in front of. You got to think about all the websites out there with thousands of pages on them. Google doesn't go to each individual page. They go to the sitemap, and they look for content, new content. They look for location and services that and what they need to put you in front of the right people. So this website, for example, does have a sitemap. Another place that I'd encourage you to go to do a test on your website is tools.pingdom.com. Now, this is what a lot of search engine specialists will check when looking at the back end of a website to tell them a few different things. First and foremost, this is going to show us the load speed. So this is a pretty quick load speed. Ideally, you want your load speed to be 2 seconds or less. And the reason being, you got to put yourself in your prospect's shoes. If you're looking for information on a website and it takes 4, 5, 6 seconds to load each page, you're out of there. The back button is right there, and it's the same idea with the prospects that find your site. So we have to make sure that that's loading in 2 seconds or less. Some of our sites are actually loading less than 1 second. It very much does depend on the size of the pictures and how many pictures you have and videos and that kind of stuff as well. But ideally, you want it less than 2 seconds, which all of our sites will provide. The other number I want to draw your attention to is this 81. This is a score out of 100, and this is telling us the performance grade. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit, and you're going to see why it's an 81. So we have quite a few A's. We have an equal number of C's, D's, and F's. Now, if you're building your own site, there's a lot of stuff that build your own website tools don't get you up to a 100 or a high 90s performance grade just because of the software itself is hindered from the type of optimization or the type of customization that WordPress has. So just because you built your own site and maybe you're in the mid-80s or low 90s, it's not your fault. This is sometimes just about the platform that you've built your site on. If you do have a WordPress site, this is a learning curve. This is somewhere where we need to fill the gaps as to why you aren't performing at 97% or higher, which is what all of our websites are performing at. Now, there is a lot of technical jargon back here, as you can see. The cache validator, external CSS, DNS lookup, leverage browser caching, JavaScript. This is what our web developers are going to work on to bring these all to an A rating, because we want you to be no less than 97% or higher, and that's what our websites are performing at. So, moving on, a few other things to note. about 66% of the website traffic that our customers are seeing is on a mobile phone. And I'm sure that you are guilty of it just like I am. When I'm on a mobile phone, I'm not using the mobile menu as often as I would on a desktop with a menu that's right across the top. So some things to note here. Our websites have very long home pages with teasers from each of the different pages. As we know, not a lot of people, not as many people are using the mobile menu as they would be on a desktop. So as we scroll down, you're going to see teasers from the About Us page, the programs, testimonials. You're going to see a teaser from the trainers and the staff, the blog, and then social media, icons at the bottom, hours of operation, location, etc. So a very long homepage because that's what people are doing. They're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. When 60%, 60+% of people are finding you on their phone, majority of the time they're staying on the homepage. The other thing to note here, this is called above the fold. This is before I've clicked anywhere, before I've scrolled on the page. This is what I see. Now, this day and age, everybody wants information immediately, which is why you need a quick load speed. But even beyond that, they want to be able to take their fate into their own hands. And the way they go about that is by having a call to action on the homepage. Take a look at your own website. If you don't have your phone number visible without clicking, without scrolling, if you don't have your email, if you don't have a call to action to get their name, phone number, email at the very, very least, we need to fix that. We need to give people the least amount of clicks to give you their information, to request info. So if we go to a full desktop version, you're going to notice on the sites that I show you today, we have a sign up, request info. We can call those whatever you'd like. Join us today, register for our next session, etc. They will also have the phone number and the email always visible. And then finally, before we get into the cosmetic side of things, one thing that Google is putting a little bit more stock into this year, and something that WordPress sent out in a memo late 2016, is that all WordPress sites will be required to have an SSL certificate by the end of 2017, or you'll get docked or dinged for it. Now, what an SSL certificate is, that shows Google, and I'm sure you've seen this when you log into your bank or Netflix or Amazon, anything password protected, that means that you are in a secure area. You have indicated that you are the rightful owner of that account that you log into. Now, WordPress is putting this out as a requirement for all WordPress sites, whether you're logged in or not, because this shows the search engines that you have a secure site, no matter what someone is doing on your website. Whether they're inputting their name, phone number, and email as a contact form, or whether they're updating their credit card information, Google is going to see that your site has an SSL certificate and going to weigh a little bit heavier in the optimization results because of it. So that's the cosmetics, or that's the back end. Before we get into the cosmetic side on the front end, you see just how much goes into a website on the back end before you build out all the front pretty looking stuff that people see every day. So what we've done is think of it like the frame of a car. We've built the best frame available with the speed and the performance and the SSL for security and the sitemap. Everything on the back end is built to our highest of standards on WordPress. And then what we do is we build it from the ground up cosmetically with you, using your brand, your logo, your colors, your layout, your pictures. Everything should scream your business. So now, let's talk about the front end. So we do, again, work off of a theme called the Avada theme. And this is one of our themes. You're going to notice some things as I walk through here. First and foremost, as I scroll down on the front page here in this theme, my menu's on the top right, my logo's on the top left. You notice as I scroll, the menu stays with us. Those are best practices. No matter where someone is on your site, they should always have the ability to take action on your site. So think of it like this. This is just where the menu is placed. We have a lighter version of where the menu is placed on the top right, and we have a darker version of where the menu is placed on the top right. We have the menu on the left side of the screen, and that menu is going to stay with us as we scroll down through the different sections on the home page as well. No matter what page I'm on, that menu will be on the left so that I always have the ability to take action. Now, about 1 to 5% of the website demonstrations that I've done for our Zen Planner customers didn't consider putting a menu on the left. Now, about 50% of our websites we built have that menu on the left. It's very convenient. It's very user-friendly. And this is a darker version with that menu on the left as well. So showing you through some live sites that we've done. Keep in mind, the high and light version with the menu on the top and the logo on the left. This is the same theme, as I'm sure you can tell. Logo on the top left, menu on the top right. Stays with me as I scroll down, sure. Our website platform, WordPress, is very, very pliable. So that same theme was actually used here too. These guys said, hey, I'd like you to center my menu. I'd also like you to center our logo. And as we scroll down, it's going to get a little bit smaller, so we have more real estate to look at and take in from your site as we scroll down through the homepage or any page for that matter. This is a menu on the left, a darker version with a menu on the left. You notice it's quite different from the template that we showed. And again, calls to action all over. Get started, contact us, make an appointment, phone number, email. This is a darker version with the menu on the top. Their own brand, their own colors. Summer development program is coming up. They're having people, they asked us to change this the other day, they're having people register for that now to pre-register for those classes coming up in the summertime. Of course, free trial, call to action. Another version of the darker menu, the darker theme that we have, but you can see just how different it has turned out. And a menu that's lighter on the left side of the screen as well. We can put the sliders that move all the way through the front page there. Contact us today is right there in front of me. Sign up is on the left. Phone number, email. I have calls to action. One of my favorite websites, very simple branding. And we'll work with Photoshop. This was a fully colored picture. We worked with Photoshop to make this screen red, white, and blue for CrossFit Midland. Provide us with the pictures that are very welcoming. They're very cool, make you stand out like these guys did for their homepage as well. Or if you'd like, we can always include a video, like USBA did as well. And just some more examples of a dark theme. So we're going to walk through some different websites that we've built and show you different pieces of them. Let's go ahead and start on CrossFit Bradford here. We see the social media on the top right. People expect that these days. We see the phone number, the email on the top left, contact us, getting started right there in the middle. So we want to use your pictures, your branding, your colors for your website. As we do scroll down, you'll have different sections, and we can change the background picture, colors, we can remove them, we can modify them, we can reorder these sections. And this first section is basically a mission statement, a little bit about why you do what you do. As we scroll down, a little bit about who we are, how long we've been around, what we do as a business. And so if someone, what we want to do is we want to give them a lot of swings at the plate, if you will. If they see something that they like in here, give them the ability to contact us. Of course, we have that on the top right too. So we show them something that's enticing, and then we go ahead and request their information or give them an action to take. Scroll down a little bit more. We have some cool animations that we can put over for your services that you provide. Of course, we use their picture in the background here. If we check out JASAT, we're going to see kind of the same types of animation here, but we can change the logos and, of course, the text in the background picture and the colors, etc. As we scroll down a little bit more, we're going to see some real-world results. Now, this is the thing about testimonials pages. They're not visited nearly as often as they used to be back in the day, 10, 15 years ago. I'm not sure if people have just lost credibility in them or what the case is, but testimonials pages on websites are not visited like they used to be. So what do we do about that? We want to bring your testimonials and your real-life results to the front page to build credibility. So here's one example. These guys took some Facebook and some Google reviews, maybe from Yelp as well, and went ahead and put them right there on the front page. There's a couple ways we can go about that. They put their logo just to the left there. Here's some real-world results for a company that works with some pretty high-profile athletes. This is a great way to build credibility. And it doesn't have to be a high-profile athlete. It can be any type of athlete or any type of student of yours or member that in the martial arts space, you're handing them a belt. During CrossFit, they are, they're working out, they're lifting, they're in action, or maybe just a picture that they'd like to put up as well. The idea here is to build credibility, to show them that you have taken people to the next level of fitness. You have taken them to the next level of their training. So put some real world results in there. Some other looks and feels that you have at your disposal here. This is kind of your put a picture on the left, go ahead and go, just like you saw at JSAT. There's others that do a scrolling option like you're seeing here. So take those reviews, we'll put them into a text form, we'll have them overlay and scroll through that homepage with your picture in the background as well. So we scroll down a little bit more. We have that contact button again, basically another call to action. This can be try us out for free, request info, buy a membership, contact us. The idea is building credibility and then giving them the opportunity to be a part of your facility without having to go too far. So we look at some of the reviews and they say, yes, I want to be that same story. I want to have that same testimonial that this person has. I'd like to contact. These guys have the services I'd like to be a part of. I'd like to contact or try a free class or whatever the case is. So we can switch up the verbiage and where those where those calls to action take folks as well as we scroll through. As we scroll down a little bit more, we have the trainers. So we can set this up however you'd like. They have 2 trainers here. We can put their bio in there, their pictures. We can link it to social media with their contact information as well. We have some different trainers with some different pictures in here as well. And if we're looking at Healy and Gracie, we can see a little bit about who they are. Just build your brand, build your credibility, your background, how long you've been in the industry, why it is you do what you do. People visit the About Us page on websites. The About Us page is the second most visited page on a website behind the homepage. The reason being, people are building credibility. They want to find out that you're a real person, you have a real story, that you're qualified to do what you do. So give them that testimonial. Give them your background. We have your other instructors. We also have the full bios take us to the staff page. And as we scroll down, we find the blog. Blogging is incredibly important. Blogging shows the search engines that you care about your site because this is unique content to your website. Don't copy and paste information from another site onto your blog. Google already knows that it's been archived as unique content. So what do you do with a blog? You log on once a month and you write some unique content. For martial arts, this can be people who have moved up to the next rank. For fitness or CrossFit, this could be people who have set a personal record, or it can be an athlete of the month, a weekly nutrition guide. It can be a daily workout of the day. I recommend creating some videos. Videos are a great way to go, kind of a learning experience. If we go to CrossFit Midland again, we're going to go ahead and scroll down to the bottom where the blog is. This is the toe to bar. Speed and efficiency. Best practices. Create a video, put it on your YouTube channel. Take that YouTube link, put it on your blog. Blast this out to everybody on your mailing list. Hey, here's our monthly newsletter. Check out our newest video. People would so much rather watch a video than they would read, and a video generally will keep them on your website longer, which again shows Google that you care about it because you're driving more traffic. So whether it's video, whether it's text, make it unique, make it your own. You don't have to go on and write 3 pages of an essay and put it on your blog. This is just unique content, just showing the search engines that you care about what's on your site. And then there at the bottom, great, these guys have great content. Let's go for that free trial again. So you see how many chances we're giving people right there as they scroll to give you their contact information. And of course, as we get to the bottom, we see the social media icons at the bottom, your phone number, your email, your hours of operation, your contact info, whatever the case may be. We go ahead and put that right there in the footer. So you see how long that homepage is. There's a lot of info, but there's a lot of opportunities to get people across the finish line, giving you their information. So you're going to notice the menu bars are all quite different. Everybody has something different that they want for calls to action or the layout or the different pages or whatever the case is. So we can have the slide outs, not a problem. They can be, the verbiage can be changed, whatever you'd like us to put in there. So first and foremost, every page that they visit is going to be branded differently. So if we take a look at this programs page, we have the text overlay from a picture they provided for us. As we scroll down, we have a foundations class, which doesn't start all the time. And we have a CrossFit class that is always ongoing. So here's 2 calls to action with Zen Planner embedded on this website. The request info form is going to take me to a contact form. Name, phone number, email. Someone will be in touch soon. Thank you so much for inquiring about our Foundations course. We'll be in touch. But something like the CrossFit with a free trial, this is going to be the free classes that you have indicated in Zen Planner that you offer for free to dip their toe in the water. So as we scroll down, we're seeing those different days, times, classes. Ideally, if someone wants to have a little more skin in the game than just give you their information in the contact form, but before they buy a membership, you give them that middle ground where they can reserve a spot in class. They put in their personal info, they sign a waiver, and they're good to go. If you're using our automations, we can send them that email letting them know the day before their class where they should go, the location, who it's with, and the time. As we scroll through the other pages, our calendar, your Zen Planner calendar will be embedded on your website. And this is an actionable calendar. Again, it has the different functionalities that Zen Planner provides when you're putting your classes together. So, of course, you have your view of the calendar. Now, this is where your members can reserve a spot in class by putting in their username and their password. I'd like to be at that class, I'm going to reserve. Again, they can do this on their phone. You can embed this on your website. They can do this on your Facebook page. If they've never been in before, this is where you give them more options to join you. So if they've never been in before, I say, I'm new here. You can give them the ability to purchase that membership right there from your website. Buy a drop-in. Try a free class. 3 options, no matter what someone's background is. When they visit your site, they'll be able to find something that suits them. So we go to buy a membership, put in your personal info, sign a waiver, pay your bill. Great, welcome. Buy a drop-in, put in your personal info, sign a waiver, pay your bill. Try a free class, put in your personal info, sign a waiver. So no matter what someone's doing on your website, it's streaming all back into your Zen Planner account. Of course, if you're doing appointments for your one-on-ones, they can book that one-on-one session or that intro session. And then the contact form is going to be the request info form again. Testimonials, blog, as we talked about, those are standard pages for people to visit. And that request info form, as we're seeing in front of us, will stream right back into Zen Planner. We can have an automation that sends you an email saying you have a new prospect, sending them an email saying someone will be in touch soon, so we can move them through the pipeline in a timely fashion. So you'll be working with our team to build everything cosmetically from the ground up to make it fit your brand, your colors, your logo. Everything should scream your business. This is not Zen Planner. This isn't our brand. This isn't what where it's our place to plug ourselves. This is for your brand, for your lead generation to convert. So everything streams back into your Zen Planner database. Thanks so much, and we'll look forward to hearing from you soon.